Hello, hello. Welcome to Sleuth Slut. I'm Brenda. I read crime fiction widely and give you my feminist perspective on what I've read. This time I read the Sultan of Sarawak, which is the 14th book in the Ava Lee series by Ian Hamilton, and it's part of the Triad Years. It was just published in January 2022. In this book, we meet up with Ava Lee, who's on set with her girlfriend, and she gets the news that a warehouse that she co-owns with her business partners in Malaysia has been blown up. And furthermore, one of their employees was in the building and has died. So Ava zips off to Malaysia and she uncovers a web of deceit and corruption, and we're off. I have been a fan of the Ava Lee series for years. And the first thing that is a little bit odd about it is the author, Ian Hamilton. He's an old white Canadian guy, and he writes this main character, Ava Lee, who's a Chinese Canadian woman in her 30s. She's a lesbian, she's a martial arts expert, she's a forensic accountant with ties to Chinese triads, and she chases bad debt. Somehow it works. She's not a realistic character, but she's a lovable character and we root for her. And I think he must do a lot of research because he gets a lot of those little details in there. The second thing is that I love the series, but in the Triad Years, there were a couple of books that really didn't work for me. There was one that I don't think should have been an Ava Lee book at all. And there was another one that I found just kind of boring. But in this book, Ava Lee is back. She's not chasing debt, but she's going after bad guys. She's going after corruption. She's chasing money. She's using her triad connections. So it's really fun. And speaking of Ava's martial arts prowess, there is of course a little bit of violence in this book, but it's not graphic and it should be fine for anyone who is sensitive to violence. Similarly, the mood is fairly light. Even though we're dealing with some heavy topics, it's not bleak at all. One thing I have to say, and this is a criticism that I have of most of the books, is that while the pace is fairly good, what I'm looking for at the end is kind of a big climax, like a big kapow. And what I get instead is just sort of a steady buildup and then a resolution, but no real big climax. But I mean, that's just his style, so I have to be okay with that. For Ava Lee fans, in this book, you're going to be reunited with all your favorite characters, Ling, Amanda, Sonny, Xu. So for me, it was really a comforting read. And one of the things that I like about these books, and I know that not everyone shares this preference, is that there's a lot of hunting down of the financials. And then there's also the ritualistic aspects, like Ava chooses her outfit, she puts in her chignon pin, she takes out her notebook. You know, it's those little things that make you get to know and like a character and that you like to see, that I like to see again and again. Obviously, I very much enjoyed this book. I'm giving it 4 stars and I hope to get more Ava Lee in the future. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you every second Wednesday for more Sleuth Slut. Merci, au revoir.